Spinathon 2015, this is Go Island. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. We are on location today in Comox at the Comox Community Center. We are here in the Spin Bike Room, and joining us very shortly is going to be Glenn Hascarl. So he is responsible for the Spinathon that happened a few weeks ago for Jumpstart, and we are going to find out how they did. And he's going to tell us about the programs such as spin biking that you can come and do. Now, coming up in today's show, of course, the interview with Glenn, we're also going to hear from the chapter president, Bert Harenga, about how Jumpstart works and what they plan on doing with all the money that was raised. And we're going to find out from Glenn how much that is. Right now, we're going to have a look at this story. I'm Mary Ruth Harris, and joining me now is Glenn Hascarl here at the Comox Community Center in the Spin Bike Room, of which he is one of the teachers of this awesome class. Now, recently you had the annual Jumpstart fundraiser, which is a Spinathon. How did you do this year?
We raised $29,000 this year.
Holy! That's outrageous. What was last year?
16.8.
You nearly doubled it. How did you do that?
Well, we ended up going from 14 teams to 20 teams this year as well.
Awesome.
We had about 270 people last year. We had 400 this year take part.
Holy man, that is unbelievable. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're going to make many kids very, very happy.
Oh, we hope so.
That's really great. So if people want to donate, they can do that online, right? Like at the Jumpstart website?
As far as I know, yes, you can.
All right, good. Now, if somebody wanted to come in and take a spin class here at the Comox Community Center, you teach the class. How many different levels of classes are there?
Pretty much just one level, but anybody can come in and from any level, from low end, just starter, to somebody that's been spinning with me for 4 years.
Oh, okay. Now, it's got a lot of, it's very smooth, but does it change in difficulty?
Yes, there's different levels, as in per here, to changing the resistance per how you're pedaling.
Okay.
And it changes how hard you have to work.
Now, how popular is this class?
We run a total of 12 spin classes a week, and
really?
There are anywhere from 10 to 14 people per class.
Cool. That's all right. So if you're a total beginner, you can come out and spin. Now, in addition to teaching this, you also do personal training in the weights? I do personal training. We do various other classes as well, from senior classes to TRX classes, which are the yellow bands that you see behind us. Okay. To circuit classes. Cool. Now, spring break is coming up, and got lots of fun stuff happening at spring break. Now, do the regular classes carry on through holidays?
There is no break during our classes.
There's no break. All right.
The only time we have a break is in the summer and over the Christmas break.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, thanks so much for staying with us, and we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. Thanks so much for coming back. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. We are at the Comox Community Center, and we've just received some amazing news from Glenn Hascarl that they raised $29,000 for the Canadian Tire Jumpstart program. So that means that any child in the Comox Valley that wants to play sports can play sports. And this is where you find some of those sports, here in the annual Recreation Reporter. I guess it's biannual, actually. This is the spring version. And of course, here on the big bulletin board, they have a lot of programs advertised that you and your family can come and participate in. And of course, they do have the amazing weight room as well, which is newly renovated in the last year or so. And this is a really fantastic facility. They have a lot of great support, a lot of good teachers on site, and trainers like Glenn to help you out. Now we're going to have a look at this story, but come right back. The Aquatic Center is also included in the biannual recreation reporter, and you're going to find swimming programs all the way from babies all the way to however old you might be. And you can learn how to be a lifeguard, you can learn life saving, you can learn how to teach classes, you can learn basic how to swim. I think Red Cross has 10 different levels, 1 through 10, and then of course there's the Bronze Star and the Bronze Medallion and the Bronze Cross, and then the assistant swimming instructor and the full swimming instructor, and your lifeguarding. All of it can happen right here at the Aquatic Center. And if you need, Jumpstart can support your registration for your child. So the idea behind Jumpstart is that there is no financial barrier for any child, because every child needs to be active and involved. And now we're going to have a look at this. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. We started today's show at the Community Center in Comox, where they have some amazing programs. They've got that awesome weight room and the spin room, spin bike room. And we heard from Glenn Hascarl that they raised $29,000 for Canadian Tire's Fund Jumpstart. And that is the nonprofit arm of Canadian Tire that helps kids be active. And now we've jumped over to the Aquatic Center, and they've got some pretty interesting things here. They've got the Aquatic Hip and Knee program and Osteomotion for Life, which is kind of cool. And of course, my favorite, yoga. We've got gentle yoga for well-being and restorative yoga and hatha yoga. I think that's the hot yoga. That makes it makes the room really, really hot, and then you sweat while you're doing the yoga. Apparently it's pretty intense. But anyway, they have it all here, and you can find all of it in the Recreation Reporter. Now, don't forget that if you or someone you know does not have their kids in activities because they don't feel that they can afford them, send them to the Jumpstart website, or they can pick up a application at any of the Sportsplex or the Rec Center or the Community Center or the Aquatic Center or the Lewis Center, or they can just go online. So it's a great way to have the kids involved. And right now we're going to have a look at this. I'm Mary Ruth Harris. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV's Channel 4. We are now at the Comox Valley Sports Center, where we caught up with Chapter President, Jumpstart Chapter President, Bert Haringa. You must be one happy individual.
Very happy. We just, most of you know about the Spinathon, and we're just getting better and better results year after year. Great community support. And the wonderful thing about the Spinathon is it really highlights just a little bit of effort from a lot of different people add up to a whole bunch of money. So just the community did a great job supporting a great cause, and it'll really help the chapter get off to a great start this year.
Glenn was saying that last year you were just over 200 participants. This year you had 400 people participating, and it nearly doubled your money.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
And it's amazing how many people really enjoyed the event and wanted to add teams. That's the thing. Last year we only had 16 teams. This year we had 20 teams. Yeah. We've already got some feedback that people that were on other teams want to expand teams. Oh. We even had a couple of riders from other teams come and join us because they organized teams but couldn't find slots in their own teams to ride. So just a great event.
Now, how important is that money?
It's critical. That money will actually represent about half of our budget. So that one event will make sure that about 150, 175 kids get to be involved in active, planned, organized sport in the Comox Valley. So it's great. It's really important.
And how do you make it so that the parents feel it's okay to come and fill out an application?
Well, we're doing a bunch of things to try and help that. On the website, on the Jumpsite website, you can actually apply online now. You don't even have to go through any of the offices, but you can pick up an application at the rec center or at the Courtney Rec Center, or any of the swimming locations too. They have applications there. And really, the whole purpose of Jumpstart is that it just makes the kids participate without other people realizing that they're even a Jumpstart kid.
Right.
You know,
Right. So there's no nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
And that's one of the reasons we don't give out applications at our store, because we just want it to be totally anonymous and just, so all it is about is kids getting the opportunity to play an active sport.
Do you have some idea of how many years Jumpstart has actually been in place? When it started?
Yes, it started in 2006, and it really took quite a while to get going. But now nationally, we've looked over almost, I think it's about 850,000 kids have been benefactors to Jumpstart. And as time goes on, we're just getting more and more momentum. So each year, the growth is, and the understanding in the communities is becoming stronger. We've had some of the groups, like there's a dance group in town here that has had Jumpstart kids for a number of years, and they've actually donated to us this year because they realize the benefit of it.
Right.
So it's really
So
good.
how can people donate? Just online?
They can go online, they can come into the store. It actually is better if they come into the store and donate. We have a donation there because we get some matching funds, whereas if you send it in, sometimes it'll always be identified as a Comox Valley chapter. But in the store, we can actually get some matching funds, which sort of doubles their donation. So it's really worthwhile.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for your
You're welcome.
And congratulations again. That's phenomenal. All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. So whether your kids want to play soccer on the new turf, or run around a track, or gymnastics at the Comox Community Center, or swimming at the Aquatic Center, or hockey here at the Sportsplex, it doesn't matter what the activity is. It just matters that they choose an activity. And Jumpstart can give you that hand if you need it. So thanks so much for watching today's show. Thank you and congratulations to Glenn Hascarl and to Bert Harenga on an amazing fundraiser. $29,000, almost doubling the money they raised last year. And that is going to go a long way to help kids in the Comox Valley stay in sports and stay active. It's going to be a good year for kids here in the Valley, that is for sure. So do not hesitate, because there is a lot of money to go around and a lot of support for your children to be in sports. So thanks so much for watching, and have a fabulous couple of days, and enjoy whatever weather comes your way.